Tonight, outrage over an American icon being slaughtered. For the first time in 6 years, horse slaughterhouses are open to business in the U.S. These slaughterhouses were shut down by the government about 6 years ago. That ban was lifted a couple of years back. Since then, animal protection groups filed a lawsuit charging that the government didn't even conduct environmental impact studies. Okay? But breaking news, a judge tossed that lawsuit out, which gives these slaughterhouses the green light to start killing horses again. Now, a few years ago when they were doing this, 30,000 horses were killed in the United States. Okay? That year, another 78,000 were sent to Mexico or Canada to be killed. These horses have continued to be sent to neighboring countries to be slaughtered over the past 6 years. 2 slaughterhouses, one in New Mexico, the other in Missouri, now have the green light to start slaughtering horses once again. We called for comment. We're unable to reach either facility. Straight out to Wayne Pacelli, the president and CEO of the Humane Society of the United States. Wayne, your organization was part of the lawsuit that kept these facilities closed for the last 2 years. What can Americans who love horses do to try to stop this slaughter, massive slaughter of horses from happening again?
Well, Jane, before we get to that, I want to tell you, just on my way over here, we're breaking this news right with you and with Headline News. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit just issued a stay. When we lost that case last week, we immediately appealed. So now the court has stayed it, so these plants cannot open in Missouri and New Mexico. And we're going to do our best to run the clock out on them because the Congress has defund language to bar USDA inspectors from being at these slaughter plants. But the Congress has to pass its annual spending bill. But, Jane, the broader issue is we need the Congress to pass an authorizing bill to not just ban slaughter of horses for human consumption in the United States, but also to stop the live export of American horses to Mexico and Canada. You said in your setup piece, tens of thousands of horses are now being shipped from the United States to our North American neighbors. These horses were never raised for food. They are jammed onto trucks that are too small for them. They're going 1,000 or 1,200 miles in some cases. All for what? For some little slab of meat? It's just wrong, and we need the Congress to stop this killing of an American icon. None of these animals are raised for food.
These are people's pets. These are race horses. These are riding horses.
And they're all they're full of drugs, Jane. If you're racing a horse or if you have a pleasure animal, you're giving them anti-inflammatories, you're giving them other drugs. All of those drugs are prohibited for human consumption. You're not allowed to do that with cows or pigs. And this is going on with horses. They have no knowledge of what has been injected in these horses, yet they're going to the slaughterhouses and then being shipped to France, Belgium, and Japan for meat. America should not be some gathering place for horse meat killer buyers, which is what's going on in the United States.
Once again, the news has broken right here with Wayne Pacelli, who runs the Humane Society of the United States, saying that their appeal, the Humane Society's appeal, is now stopping again these plants. And I personally hope they remain stopped. This is not, America wouldn't have gotten to where it was without horses. We'll be right back.